I used to think the Prime Minister was a decent man, somebody that I could talk to and chat to. We might disagree on worldview, but I thought he was a profoundly decent human being. I am completely shocked at his behaviour. I hope when he wakes up tomorrow morning, he feels ashamed of what he has done. This is a desperate last throw of the dice from a Prime Minister who's in deep trouble, a Prime Minister who can't even command the support of half of his own party. But I'm sorry to say, I now believe that he is unfit to be the Prime Minister of our country.
Nigel Farage, they're reacting to a conference speech that was absolutely chock full of references to him. Well, to discuss this a little bit more, we've got our political correspondent Tamara Cohen, who's here with us. And Tamara, look, it was so interesting, isn't it? It felt to me like a change in approach from Labour on how they're dealing with the threat of reform.
And the way they see it is that there's been criticism that people don't know what Keir Starmer's about. They don't know what he wants to achieve for the country, why he got into politics, what the vision is. And they feel that people can't say that anymore. That through the rise of reform, it's given him the opportunity to say, this isn't just they can't pay for it, it doesn't add up. This is values. This is they stand for grievance and division and we stand for something else. And it's more about an inclusive country, but also responding to people's genuine concerns. So they say this is shows what Keir Starmer wants to do and where his vision lies. The questions, of course, will come. How does he deliver it in ways that people actually experience, and how do they do that pretty quickly?
Yeah, that's it, I guess, isn't it? It's the kind of delivery question. And, of course, they're not going to have very long to work that out, right? Because you've got the budget looming.
Budget looming in November, and he said it was very notable that he was hitting out to the left and to the right. So on the right, it was reform. He said stand for division. He called them racist. He called them snake oil salesmen. But also he said people who want wealth taxes, plenty of them in the Labour Party, they aren't going to solve all our problems. He said people who think the fiscal rules, the kind of rules to balance the budgets, are negotiable, they aren't going to either. Hello, Andy Burnham, who's kind of looming over this conference. And so he said, all of that, it's all going to be difficult. Some of it's going to be uncomfortable. Sometimes we're going to have to cut spending. I think when it comes to it in the budget, when everyone expects they're going to have to raise taxes, it will be like, well, I thought you promised us, higher living standards and better things on the horizon. And then, of course, you've got Scotland and Wales elections in just 8 months' time. If Labour are wiped out in those elections, which is a real fear of many Labour people here, that is going to be really, really difficult for Keir Starmer. There will be more questions about his leadership. So, look, I think there is relief and approval in the hall. He's told us where he's going. They really liked it. They liked some of the ideas in there. They're not fully fleshed out. He talked about colleges and apprenticeships for young people and a route that doesn't just involve university and loads of debt. Sounds good. It all comes from existing budgets. There isn't new money for it.
Yeah,
so I think that's, a lot of people wanted to hear that there will be opportunities for young people. A lot of people will feel young people are, applying for tons of jobs and they can't find one. That sounds good, but how quickly, how is it going to be costed, and does it all add up to in 2 or 3 years being able to say, look, life's better than it was when we took over? But I think definitely, I was just looking back at Keir Starmer's speech a year ago. It was all about the Conservatives. They left us this terrible inheritance, the black hole, and so on. Barely mentioned today, were they?
Yeah,
it was all about reform and the populists on the left. He said easy answers are to complex problems, and he said stick with us. It will be hard, but we'll get there. I think the question is, can the public who are already won over by some of these messages, will they be won over?
Yeah, as you say, it's the delivery thing. It really does come down to it, doesn't it?